The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of His hands. Psalm 19:1. Greetings, mortals, and a capital day to you all. I am your host, Simeon, and the stars have guided you into a place some call the Library of Gnosis. Welcome, friend! One of the oldest counting systems in the world is base 12, and it is found literally at your fingertips. Each hand has 4 fingers, in case you hadn't noticed before, and each finger has 3 bones or phalanges. Ancient peoples, such as the Sumerians, used the thumb as a pointer to count the 3 bones on each of the 4 fingers. 4 times 3 equals 12. This gives 12 units on one hand. Using the other hand to count how many dozens have passed, they could perform base 12 arithmetic. From this practical system came the concepts of the dozen, the duodecimal system, and early methods of timekeeping. The number 12 shows up again and again in human culture and observation. 3 sections of 4 fingers make 12. 12 hours in a day. 12 in the night. 12 zodiac signs. 12 months in a year. And 360 degrees in a circle. A multiple of 12. This is no coincidence. 12 is highly divisible and can be evenly split by 2, 3, 4, or 6 without leaving a remainder, making it remarkably practical for counting, dividing time, and structuring systems. Despite its quirks and historical baggage, the 12-month Gregorian calendar endures, not just because of tradition, but because it deeply resonates with human biology, mathematics, astronomy, and symbolism. Here's a breakdown of why 12 months make sense, and perhaps always did. The division of the day into 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of night dates back to ancient Egypt. Observing the equinoxes, Egyptians noticed the day naturally split evenly between light and dark. 12 hours of day plus 12 hours of night equals the 24-hour day. This mirrors the year itself, which has 2 arcs, a rising sun and a falling sun, peaking at the solstices. Dividing the year into 12 parts reflects the same principle as dividing the day into 12 units of light and darkness. The ancient Egyptians, Babylonians, and later Greeks saw the same harmony in the heavens. The year is a circle traced by the earth around the sun. Dividing that circle into 12 equal parts created the zodiac, aligned the seasons, and gave humanity a sense of a cosmic wheel turning. Each month corresponds roughly to 1 zodiac sign, 30 degrees of the 360-degree celestial circle. A system that was practical, astronomical, and spiritual all at once. This 12-part division allowed people to track time, understand agricultural seasons, and align social and religious rituals with the celestial rhythms. In essence, it connected the geometry of nature with the mechanics of the cosmos. This is why ancient civilizations like the Babylonians and Greeks aligned their calendars and spiritual systems with 12 segments. The zodiac is an ancient division of the sky into 12 segments, each associated with a sign an element, and a time of year. The sun moves through these signs over a course of a year. Each sign corresponds loosely to a month. Each sign corresponds loosely to a month. Using 12 months mirrors the 12 solar archetypes, a spiritual as well as seasonal calendar, aligning the human experience with cosmic patterns. Even the Gregorian months roughly reflect zodiac transitions, especially the sun in sign tropical positions. 12 is also mathematically special. It is the smallest number with 6 divisions: 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12, which makes it ideal for dividing time into equal parts. Even though the Gregorian calendar has irregular month lengths, it tracks the solar year accurately, 365.2425 days. Its 12-part structure resonates with human biology, observation, and intuition. It connects the geometry of nature, the cycles of light, and the mechanics of the cosmos. It is a system built over millennia to harmonize human life with the universe itself. Though messy in its month lengths, the Gregorian solar calendar accurately tracks the solar year. A lunar calendar with 28 days a month with leap years still drifts because the solar year is about 365.2425 days, as mentioned, not exactly 365.25. That small 0.07 day difference adds up, about 1 day every 128 years, causing the calendar to slowly drift against the real seasons. The Gregorian calendar fixes that small drift by this rule: a year is a leap year every 4 years, except centuries not divisible by 400. This correction keeps the calendar aligned with the solar year for about 3,000 years. Everything in the cosmos is constantly changing. Things are born, pass away, and come into existence again. Like old plants dying each winter to return as new shoots each spring. All these changes, however, are governed by unchanging natural laws. In this way, therefore, it could also be said that the cosmos is essentially changeless. Time regulates the natural processes of change in the cosmos. It is measured by the recurring cycles of the stars and the sun, which revolve in fixed and permanent orbits. Unlike our modern picture of time as a straight line from the past to the future, Hermes sees time as a circle. We too actually measure times in circles, however. A day is a circle of time, which begins again when the sun rises each morning. The year is a circle of time measured by Earth's orbit around the sun. Vaster circles of time are expressed by the movements of the constellations of the stars. All of these cycles eventually bring things back to where they started. It is impossible to say where that is. However, for a circle has no starting point. You cannot say where it begins and where it ends. The Hermetica, the lost wisdom of the pharaohs. And now, as the stars move above, and this broadcast moves towards its conclusion, if you made it this far, then write Starburster so I know you did. If you want to support me and the work I do, then please check out my Patreon or become a member here on YouTube. Also, check out my merch shop and get some cool shirts that convey occulted truths. I want to thank you for listening. Yes, specifically you listening now. Thank you, and fare thee well, mortal. Godspeed, traveler.